it's been interesting that I've been pushing the pace, and this is something I learned in the last year. I was pushing the pace without taking that into account. And this might help some of you that push the pace, but don't take account that you have so much other stuff going on in your life. I wasn't taking into account that I wasn't having a full night's sleep, right? I could probably count with both my hands the times that I had a full night's sleep with no interruption over those 4 years, and then I really had to take stock of I need to change and give myself permission to flow with my life. I had to give myself permission to flow with my life. I couldn't expect from me what I was seeing someone who didn't have these young children doing. And I had this expectation of me to move at a pace, right? In these 5 years, I mean, you're growing the business, starting a second business. There's all kinds of home group or house church or gathering things going on. It's intense. And I would try and have the same kind of day where I'd wake up and go all day. And the way I normally schedule my day is, I got to make sure I do spirit, soul, body, heart, right? I teach people about this, the baseline of success, holistic development. And then at the end of the day, I would go straight into, like helping the family wrap up for the night. So either some dinner or helping there with the dishes, cleaning up there, feeding the kids. After there's a nighttime routine, telling the stories, brushing the teeth, getting them in bed. And then still after that, I would have sometimes a podcast at like 8 o'clock, or I would have a phone call with someone at 8 o'clock. And it was like I was going. And I didn't take into account that I didn't have a full night's sleep. And I needed to consider my life. And last year, I was like, hold on, man, Joseph, you are going full tilt. And you don't realize you haven't slept. And so my body, my adrenals, my body started to retaliate and fight me because I wasn't really looking after it holistically, right? Like, so let me explain it to you. So spirit, soul, body, heart, I'm like, you know what? My spirit's in tune. We're praying in tongues, we're reading the word, engaging God. Boom, my soul, mind, will, emotions. We're learning how to submit to the spirit. I'm learning how to process emotions, learning how to deal with things. Boom, it's going well. I'm exercising every day. Boom, going well. I'm engaging my heart, my relationships every day. Boom. And that was as far as I was going without taking into account, hey, hold on a second. I'm not resting. I'm not getting the same rest. So that's been a big lesson for me to learn, that you got to make sure you are looking at your life in every aspect. So holistically, not just as a person, but take into account your stress, what you're doing to combat your stress, the situations that might be very unique to you. Like if you're a single mom, that's very unique to you. If you have a child with any form of disability or needs more attention, that's unique to you, right? Taking into account your whole life. And so my last year has been that. And so I've had to now put in nap times, right? This might sound funny, but that nap time helps me recover. So let me tell you the cycle. This full cycle, right? What would happen for me is I'd go boom, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Around Thursday and Friday, I'd start to feel a little tired. And at some point, maybe on that weekend, I would have a crash. I'd just be lying on the couch and I'm done. I'm gone, right? Saturday or Sunday, gone. Sometimes it would be when I'd take my kids to my dad's house to chill out with them. I'd have my crash. I'm gone. Like I need 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes more. And that's not a sleep, okay? That's a crash. There's a difference between a sleep and a crash. And I need the crash because I'm not taking care of it. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Because I'm not taking care of it, I would crash. And for 4 years, I went like that. In the last year, I've been dealing with that. And so I'm still dealing with that because I'm learning how to navigate my life, still having the same same kind of productivity, but what that looks like in my life. And what that looks like for me is a nap, regularly, and not a nap when I need it, a nap when I can schedule it. Difference, right? So it's almost like you put the nap in before you need it, then you never need it. All right, that's one thing. Second thing, refined carbohydrates. I have realized that my body, right, when I don't have refined carbohydrates and I have more fat and more protein in my diet, right, that my body does much better. And I'm not telling you that you should do something like that. I'm just sharing with you my experience. And so I learned that if I have high fat, high protein, and lower carbs, at least for most of the week, I have more energy. It's really weird. Like I don't have the 3 o'clock dip that I would normally have. I don't have the Thursday, Friday crash that I would normally have, right? It's like I have learned for me what works. And so what am I saying here? I'm saying to you that you need to take into account your full life. Now, when I'm talking like this, I'm assuming that you actually want to do something with your life, right? I'm assuming that you're not the 80, 90% of believers who love Jesus but won't move in their life. I'm assuming that you let him into your life: spirit, soul, body, heart, finances, purpose, the 6 trees, right, of the abundant life that we talk about. You let him in. I'm assuming that you are pursuing purpose. You are producing on purpose. I'm assuming you take risks, right? You take risks. I'm assuming that you spend time daily with him and you spend time finding out what God is saying for your life and moving towards. I'm assuming some of these things, right? And if you're not, then I want to encourage you to move into what God has put in your life, that your life is more than just existence. You want to take some risks. You want to move into these things. And sometimes, we can forget that we have to take into account our environment. Another part of the environment I learned was to have different types of music. That when you have music that has a tempo that's constantly like boof, 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 like you are, your soul, you're subconsciously getting pushed into a speed, right? This is what I've learned for me. Again, I'm not trying to say it for you, but it might be for you. Another thing I learned was I would watch a lot of training and I would listen to the training online at a faster speed. I don't know if you've done that, right? But I would listen to everything at 1.5 times the speed or 2 times the speed. And when you're listening to that, again, I'm putting myself onto a faster pace. You get what I'm saying? I'm putting myself onto a faster pace. So it's like some things for you to think about. What are some things in your environment, some things that you are putting yourself around that are causing you to move at a speed that maybe your whole life is not, like it's not healthy for you to stay at that pace? Are you with me? That's something for you to think about. What are some things in your environment? All right, so first we start with your internal environment: spirit, soul, body, heart. And then we look at your external environment. What's going on in your house? How do you schedule your nighttime, your morning, your sleep, all of these things? If you like this, remember to like and subscribe and share this with people that you think will be interested to go on this journey, people that want a pocket coach. And also you can jump into our free group called Fuse Life, where there are like-minded people with the heart to fulfill their assignment on the earth. We are where we are, but we are growing every day.